In this video, we're going to take a look at some questions involving exchange rates, the timestamps of which I've put down in the description. So for this first lot of questions, we've been given the exchange rate that $1 is equal to 0.73 pounds or 73 pence. And this is what we generally see when we have an exchange rate question. We have that 1 unit of one of the currencies is equal to so much of another currency. And this is a really nice way to set it up because we can use this to figure out what operations we need to do to convert between one currency to another. So starting with the $1, if I wanted to convert dollars to pounds, I need to look how I'm getting from 1 on the left-hand side to 0.73 on the right-hand side. Well, all we're doing here is multiplying by 0.73. So to get from dollars to pounds, we're multiplying by 0.73. So now to come back from pounds to dollars, how would we get from 0.73 back to 1? Well, we're just going to divide by itself. We're going to divide 0.73 by 0.73, and that's going to take us back to 1. So now any question we come across, all we need to do is follow the right path. So to convert from dollars to pounds, I'm moving left to right, so I'd be multiplying by 0.73. And if I was going from pounds to dollars, I'd be dividing by 0.73. So looking at question 1, we want to change $300 into pounds. So again, the first thing we're going to do is look at our exchange rate. We're going from dollars to pounds. So we've got dollars on the left-hand side. We're then going from left to right, so we're multiplying by 0.73, and that will then give us our answer in pounds. So to get from dollars to pounds, we need to multiply by 0.73. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start with my $300. I would then multiply this by 0.73, and that would give me 219. So $300 would be equivalent to £219. Okay, now looking at part 2 to the question, we now want to change £250 into dollars. So I look at my exchange rate and I'm starting with pounds. So we're starting on the right-hand side this time. So how do I get from pounds to dollars? Well, we're going right to left, so we would divide by 0.73, and then that would give us our answer in dollars. So again, converting from pounds to dollars, we're dividing by 0.73. So we want to change £250, so we're going to do 250 divided by 0.73, and that's going to give us quite a long answer. So now I need to round this, and when we're dealing with currency, we're generally working with 2 decimal places. So I would round this to 342.47, and that would be my answer in dollars. So now hopefully we know how to use an exchange rate to convert between different currencies. Let's now take a look at a couple more practice questions. So feel free to pause the video here and have a go at these. And we'll go through the solutions in just a few moments. Okay, so for question 3, we have in Australia a car costs $24,000. In Ireland, the same car costs 16,500 euros. We've then been given 2 exchange rates. We have that £1 is equal to $1.95 and that €1 is equal to £0.84 or 84 pence. We need to work out the difference in price between the car in Australia and in Ireland, and it wants us to give our answer in pounds. So looking at that final sentence, it wants us to give our answer in pounds. And if we look back at the exchange rates, we can see we've got pounds in both of them as well. So what we're going to do for this question is convert everything to pounds, and then we can figure out the difference. So starting with Australia, we can see that the car costs $24,000. So I now need to convert those dollars into pounds. So looking back at the exchange rate, we can see that £1 is equal to $1.95. So we're going from dollars to pounds, so we're moving right to left. So because we're moving from right to left, we're going to be dividing by this number on the right. So we're going to be dividing by 1.95. So for the cost of the car in Australia, we're going to do 24,000 divided by 1.95, and that's going to give us an answer of 12,307.69. And that's what the price would be in pounds. So now we're going to find the price of the car in Ireland. So looking back at the question, in Ireland, the same car costs 16,500 euros. So now we want to get from euros to pounds. So looking at our exchange rate, we're going from left to right. So because I'm going from left to right, I'm going to be multiplying by this bit on the right-hand side. So from euros to pounds, I would need to multiply by 0.84. So we're going to take the 16,500, we're going to multiply it by 0.84, and that gives us an answer of 13,860. And this would be the price of the car in pounds. So we've now figured out the price of the car in pounds in both Australia and Ireland. Now the final thing we need to do is work out the difference in price. So to figure out the difference, we're just going to take the smaller number away from the bigger number. So we're going to do 13,860, take away 12,307.69, and that leaves us with 1,552.31. And that would be our final answer in pounds for the difference in price. So finally, we've got question number 4. In London, potatoes cost £0.45 per pound, or 45 pence. And in Dublin, potatoes cost €1.48 per kilogram. We have that 1 kilogram is equal to £2.2, and we then have that £1 is equal to €1.22. We then need to figure out in which city are the potatoes better value for money. So to start with, we've been given the cost of potatoes in London in pounds. It's £0.45 per pound. And in Dublin, we've been given the cost in euros, but per kilogram. So to find out which city has the better value for money, we need to get both the weights in the same unit, and we need to use the same currency to be able to compare them. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with this £0.45 per pound and find out how much it would cost per kilogram. And I can do that using what we've been given in the question, that 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So I could convert the pounds to kilograms here, but then I'd have that it's 45 pence per some fraction of a kilogram. But what I'm going to do instead here is look back at this 45 pence per pound. So we can see if it's 45 pence for every £1, how can I find out how much it would cost for 2.2 pounds? And because I'm starting with that 1, it makes it so much easier. How do I get from 1 to 2.2? Well, I'm simply going to multiply by 2.2. So because I've done that for the weights, I also need to do that for the price. So if I do that 45 pence multiplied by 2.2, that's going to give me 99 pence. So looking back at what we've just done there, we've said if it's 45 pence per £1, it's 99 pence per 2.2 pounds. But we know that 2.2 pounds is the same as 1 kilogram. So we've now figured out how much the potatoes cost in London per kilogram. So we've now got the same weight unit as Dublin. They're both in kilograms, but we need the currency to be the same as well. So if I look at the exchange rate we were given, we have that £1 is equal to €1.22. And again, we can convert either way here. We can go pounds to euros or euros to pounds. But because I've changed the weight unit for London, I'm also going to change the currency for London. So we're going to go from pounds to euros. So looking at the exchange rate again, we're going from left to right. So that means we're multiplying by the bit on the right. So from pounds to euros, we need to multiply by 1.22. So again, starting with our 99 pence per 1 kilogram, we're going to take that 99 pence and multiply it by 1.22. And that gives us an answer of 1.2078. And again, I want to give my answer here to 2 decimal places. So that gives me 1.214 euros. So I've now got the price of the potatoes in London in now euros per kilogram. So because this matches with Dublin, it's now easy to compare. So looking back through the question, in Dublin, the potatoes cost €1.48 per kilogram, and in London, the potatoes cost €1.21 per kilogram. So from that, we can easily see that the potatoes are cheaper in London. And that would be our final answer. So well done if you followed along with those questions. And that's it for this video. If you want to check out any other videos that are relevant to this one, then I've left some links for them down in the description. And I've also put a card in the top corner. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing. If there are any topics at all that you'd like me to go through next, then please just let me know down in the comments, and I'll try to make some videos on those topics as soon as possible. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.